Oh boy, it's that year again. I guess it's time to drag this old server out of the sewers. Do you like the toxic waste, by the way? I made it glow at night time. It looks very nice. I haven't finished it, but whatever. Yes, it's that time of year again. E3. Well, E3, all the conferences are tomorrow. But this is the pre-E3 things because, of course, people can't wait till tomorrow. There's always some pre-E3 nonsense that people just have to put out, like Steam and someone rather interesting as well. And we'll get to them in a minute once we just get back to the main stage, if you will, because I've got my own E3 stage. For those of you that are new to this, for those of you that have joined the channel in the past year and missed out on this, this is basically what we do for E3. It's tradition at this point that we are in our own little E3 world where we've got little ruins of buildings and complete buildings like that one over there, and I always like make a little stage, and every time they have a press conference I'm always like, hey, let's look at this game, let's look at that game, how did they fare, all the jazz. You'll pick it up as you go along because we're about to do one right now. However, it is actually finally online this year, so we're just going to, before we go to the stage, which I've already set up down there to give you a little bit more of an explanation, before we go to the stage, it's actually online. So if you want to come in, you want to build something, you want to show it off, which slowly people are coming in and building their things. Obviously E3 doesn't start till tomorrow, so they're not really done yet, but down here, this is a nice square area that King Flick, the Changeling, he's made a nice little square area and he's going to build something overlooking the road. And over there, I'll put his YouTube channel because he did a pre-E3 thing. Show them like 5-second clips, Spyro, in the editing room.
EA's reveal is kicking off E3 just like I'm kicking the chair underneath me during this conference because God, last year's show was really boring. I mean, last year there was one thing that interests me, and this year's similar, like the leaked Skate 4. If there's one EA game I love next to the original Mirror's Edge, it is Skate.
There you go. So Alex has got one and he's making a little Jet Set Radio Man because he hopes that Jet Set Radio 3 or maybe a Jet Set Radio Future remake will come out. He's not finished it yet. The guy's missing half his arm, but you get the idea. If you want to come in and build something, come in and build something and we'll show it off. But this is my main stage. I mainly made all this little village bit, and what we do every year is we basically stand on this little pedestal overlooking the town and we say, right, land. So, what's the conference? E3's kicking us off. What's the game? FIFA 19. It's developed by EA. And then we go around here and we say, right, how did it look overall? Did the pre-rendered cutscenes look nice? Did it look shit? Yeah, we'll give it a score of whatever out of 5. Then the music, did it sound good or did it sound like shit? Whatever out of 5. Then the gameplay, it gets an automatic 0 if it's all pre-rendered cutscenes, so it has to show some gameplay out of 5. And then explanations, so basically if they're playing the game, they're showing how the mechanics work, they're explaining the controls, good explanation, you're selling me on the game, out of 5, and then overall, whether it's good or bad. And then, depending on how well it did, we go over here. Is it a good game? Is it a bad game? Or is it just, it's in the middle? And at the end of E3, when all the good games and the bad games have been tallied up, we come to the last video where we decide who the winners and losers of E3 are, with the winners taking first, second and third place and getting their spot on the gold, silver and bronze pedestals for an entire year. And of course, the losers being relegated to the other side, where the third worst, the second worst and the worst are put in this chest to everyone's dismay as all of the people booed them on stage and everybody screams, and the worst of E3 2018 will get thrown into the burning pit. So that's basically how it works. So you'll get it as we pick it up. Anyway, as you can tell by the lovely purple and gold and brown horns, I had to think that this year's theme for the pedestals had to be inspired by me. After all, your favourite dragon in all of gaming is getting his reignited trilogy this year. It finally happened. So, what better way to celebrate my reignited trilogy than have all the pedestals revolve around me? Anyway, I'm going to look into the distance right here, pause it, and then when we come back, we're going to go whoop, and we're going to see our pre-E3, the first of the pre-E3 videos. We're going to see the pre-E3 things all written on the board, and we'll have the game in hand. So let's just stop right. Actually, you know what? To make it easier on myself, I'm just going to slam myself right into this cliff face because it's going to be easy for editing. So our reticle is in between those three. Back in a moment. Yeah, that looks about right. So, welcome back. As you can see, the books are ready. We are ready. The signs are ready. Some, however, this time around, non-applicable. Because this is a different way to start off E3. I mean, granted, it came out yesterday, which is technically 2 days before E3, so it's like a pre-E3. But I'm still going to count it. I think it still deserves to be counted because it's certainly something that when I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. And you definitely, considering you're so close to E3, you definitely deserve the attention because it looks amazing. So, swooshing around the conference, obviously not applicable. There are no conferences. The game, I mean, it's not actually a game, but E3, Electronic Entertainment Expo. And technically it is electronic entertainment. It's a digital product that's there to entertain you. The product being Hazbin Hotel, being developed by Vizzy Pop, the YouTuber, as well as a big team. We'll go into the team in a moment, but first, let me show you this absolutely amazing trailer.
As most of you know, I was born here in Hell, and growing up, I always tried to see the good in everything around me. Hell is my home, and you are my people. We just went through another extermination. We lost so many souls, and it breaks my heart to see my people being slaughtered every year. No one is even given a chance. I can't stand idly by while the place I live is subjected to such violence. Isn't there a more humane way to hinder overpopulation here in Hell? Well, I think yes. So that's what this project aims to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the first of its kind, a hotel that rehabilitates sinners.
What in the 9 circles makes you think a single denizen of Hell would give 2 shits about becoming a better person?
Isn't that a redeeming quality? Helping friends with stuff?
Not with turf wars that result in territorial genocide.
You win some, you lose a few hundred.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Stay tuned, folks.
Oh my word, that is absolutely fantastic. So, we're just going to say, visual presentation alone, that is a 5 out of 5 right there. It has captured the cartoony Disney feel. When I see that, the way the movement, their cartoony, not completely rubber hose stretchiness, but their slightly exaggerated stretchiness, their cartoony movement combined with their very bright, I know it's a lot of reds and blacks, but it's still very bright blacks, very bright reds. It certainly reminds me of Disney, like Weirdmageddon with Bill Cipher, where he's using a lot of reds and blacks to emphasize that demonic area, but he himself, like his arms and the way that he transforms, is very demonesque. So it does have this Disney aesthetic in terms of the presentation, combined with her own art style, as well as a bit of Cool World. Have you ever seen Cool World? Let me show you a couple of images of Cool World. So, like, this weird, twisted landscape which they've used for Hell. So it's this weird, twisted landscape mixed with that Disney magic, mixed with their own style. And I guess a bit of the 80s thrown in, because that radio at the end.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, and some of the other aspects of the world do feel very Bioshocky. You know, you're in the modern day, and it's like, oh, it's 2018, but when we dive under the city to Rapture, while there's still some modern things in Rapture, it still has that 1960s, 1970s vibe with like the old ham radios making the bit of a static when he talks. So it's three visual styles all combined into one, and she herself as the lead animator doing a very fantastic job. It just does look very amazing. And in terms of moving on to the music that you used, again, you nailed that Disney trailer, if you want. You know, it's obviously not Disney because you said, I don't give two shits. Oh, that's a swear word. Disney's not going to allow that, Uncle Mickey. Oh no, it might look like a great show, but I can't endorse anybody that swears. Like, what would the kids say? I mean, don't like compromise that. Obviously keep that. It's about hell. It's not supposed to be a nice place, but so don't compromise that. But yeah, in terms of music, that looked like a Disney. Again, that is Disney level quality. That looked like a Disney trailer. Also, so this is just a bit of post recording. You're gonna see it in a moment. But as you can see, I'm here in the magic of the editing room. And when the music for Hazbin Hotel starts, it's actually the start of Gravity Falls. And if you look at that, you see how this is the start with the water tower. And if we spin to the end, where it's the end of the thing, I mean, you just get a fade out of Hazbin Hotel, and there's Bill Cipher coming up. The music starts and ends at the exact... See? The music starts and ends at the exact same point. It's like the exact same length of the intro and outro. And what's even more crazy, and kind of relates the point to Disney, is when it's going through each character at the end, where here 8-Ball, so we got 8-Ball versus Black Hat, and then it'll transition into this lady, or here you go. So let me just play this end bit. So you're going to see like this lady, and then it's going to flash to another guy, and just watch. You see, every character, we go from this guy and this lady to this girl and this guy, then fluff over to this guy and this guy. Like, they constantly change characters. And it's just like, holy shit, same length. So yeah, that's crazy. But I'll let you get back to seeing the comparisons between the music, because the music seamlessly, well, not seamlessly because I'm bad at editing, I'm terrible at editing, but if you give it to like Siva Gunnar, a proper high quality Rip Boy, you can make that music seamlessly flow into one another. So again, fantastic job on the music. But I'll let you go listen to the comparisons to what I meant by like a Disney trailer or that big Disney hype. Where it's like, on the final episode of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, what's gonna happen? We're gonna show a little bit of a teaser where Star could potentially be dead. Or is she though? You're gonna have to watch it to find out. And it's like, oh god, Well, I guess I'm gonna have to watch it to find out. So yeah, that was top level. You added the right music to make that a Disney trailer, and it looks amazing. And also, just quickly knocking back to the graphics, because the characters are obviously all really unique, and they've all got their own different personalities and ways that they move and such. But one in particular did stand out, which was the Cobra Man. Let me slow it down for you. And from what I've been told in terms of voice, he has a British voice. And I mean, this is him in a transformed state. Grey skin, sharp teeth, wears a black suit and a top hat, and also has a British accent, because the British are devilishly evil. Where have I seen that before? Oh yeah, Black Hat. Hi Black Hat, how are you? And why are you saying, yeah, but that looks different? Well, yeah, remember though, this Cobra is obviously in, I think it's supposed to be part Cobra. He's obviously in some sort of machine, he's pissed off. You can see the skull button there. So he's in fury mode. He's in some sort of transformed berserk state. And if we go to a little clip from Villainous, Black Hat, yeah, he looks like a normal dude, but when he's pissed off, then yeah, look, you can see he's got weird saw blades and tentacles and shit coming out of his mouth. Or in this clip here, where he's transforming, obviously, you can see his guts and all sorts of macabre things, because I assume he's some sort of demon. It's never really addressed what exactly Black Hat is. He's just a very evil British gentleman. So, yeah, he's part demon. So maybe this is Black Hat's brother, or maybe it is just Black Hat in his natural demonic state, or maybe it's his daddy. We don't know. But that looks definitely like Black Hat. And if it's true that this is getting a British voice, then oh yes, you gotta give the dapper British looking gentleman a British voice. So that's just another thing on the graphics. Gameplay, obviously there is none. Animated. Explanation, obviously there is none. Animated. So we're not going to be playing the game. But overall, it's looking great. And if we just alt tab over here to her channel itself, which I was on to have a look, this is all the people that's working on it. There is a huge amount of people right in this. We've got the lead animator, which is herself obviously, as well as all the sub animators, the VFX animators, the cleanup animators, the backgrounds, the props, the board artists, 2 music people, the cast, and written by 4 writers, Jesus, with additional writing. And it's just got a whole load of other stuff that you can check out. So yeah, there's a lot of people working on this, and it's clear. The overview, 59%. Where's the overview of what you're actually getting though? Like, there's been a lot of support to this, but how do you get like the overview anymore? I'm on Patreon and even I don't know how you get the overview anymore. They've just changed it all around. But normally, like here, in these goals, it'd say how much you get in a month. But I mean, she's getting 798 Patreons. So you can see, this is, let's call it 800. This project is really taking off, and I don't blame her. I really don't blame her. And you've got all your normal things, $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, and $500, but that's sold out. And you get access to like the Discord, where you can talk to the girl. You can get animatics and whips of the scenes. You can get private live streams. You can get character designs, ref sheets. So you're getting a lot of good stuff. They're offering a lot of good stuff on their Patreon as well. I do love your splash art, like your promotional splash art. That Vizzy Pop logo looks really, really cool, especially like your character itself. I'm not too sure what you are, a crux maybe? I do see like the longer snout with the bigger ears at the top, so I'm going to assume you're some kind of crux, and that I put a crux on screen if you don't know what that is. So yeah, it's looking really good, and I'm very excited for 2019, and I'm very excited to see what you're doing. So for me, so far, this project, something really different, something new, something different, something fresh. It's not a game either, so I'm excited. 5 out of 5, dude. You're the first to enter the good chest. So yeah, that's basically how it works. Of course, normally we would have gameplay to talk about. We would have the developers explaining things to talk about. So we would be showing off a whole lot more footage. You know, we would be showing you them playing the game, them explaining the game. We could go a lot more in depth. This one was just kind of off the wall because it's an animation. But good job, VisiPop. Good job, team. I am really excited to see that, and I can't actually wait to see some more trailers or something. So, yeah, good job. And that's the first video pre-E3. Obviously, the proper conferences start tomorrow. As you can see on my little bar down at the bottom there, we do have 2 other books. One I have already filled in myself. Let me just take that off screen for you. But one I have already filled in myself because, well, someone had to make a statement. Had to be a bullshit statement. And oh boy, that's a big one. And then we've got a third book down there, as there are 2 more people that decided to have their pre-E3 sizzle reel pre-E3 things. So there's going to be 2 more videos today. So you've seen this one in the morning. We will have the second one go up sometime in the afternoon. And then we will have the third one sometime tonight. So stay tuned. So if you did like this video, then do please feel free to leave a like. And why don't you come in and build something yourself? And then you can like it all the more, because you can actually touch. I can touch the board. I can touch the grass. But yeah, so if you like the video, leave a like. If you don't want to miss out on the rest of E3 that starts tomorrow, because we'll be covering the whole lot, every conference, every game, to the best of our ability, which is going to be like 30 or 40 videos, no doubt. So if you don't want to miss out on the channels getting flooded with those, then don't forget to subscribe and bing the bell so the notifications go through. And of course, there are links down below to the public Discord if you want to come in and just have a general chat with everybody about what's going on at E3, or if you want to listen to my live reactions of the conferences as they play out. There is also a link down below to my Twitter if you want to see my live reactions, as I will be tweeting as the conferences are going on. And of course there is a link to my Patreon down below if you'd like to support me further. But for now, thank you all for watching. E3 has once again begun, and I will see all of you later today. Later today, when we cover this. God damn it, Valve. Why?